Welcome back. The International Monetary Fund expects Hong Kong's 2019 economic growth to plunge as the U.S.-China trade war continues and the SAR's political unrest rages on. China's GDP will also ease. Sentiment in the city is also on a similar downward path. But fret not, there's always a silver lining, right? Or perhaps a golden one. Douglas George asks if opportunity lurks in the shadows.
It's a day to weigh in here at this precious metal vault at the airport. Investor Joshua Rotbart says central banks are hoarding gold, driving the price higher. He's here at the vault to check his own holdings. The banks have bought 374 tons of gold in 2019, the most since 2010, amid the uncertainty of the U.S.-China trade war and a sluggish outlook for global growth, turning to the safest of safe havens.
Joshua, tell us what you've got in your hand there.
This is actually the money before we invented money. This is 1 kilogram of pure gold bar worth about $55,000 today's value, and you can identify it easily by the 4 marks: the refinery who refined it, the purity, the serial number, the unique serial number for each bar. And actually you can take this bar anywhere in the world and cash it for money. So this is the ultimate global currency.
Safe, maybe, but you have to make sure a kilo's worth is really a kilo.
Joshua, why do you have to turn the AC off before you weigh the gold?
This is a very delicate scale approved by the London Bullion Association. It cost over $50,000 and it's so sensitive because we want to be accurate when we weigh the gold. So when we weigh the gold, making sure it's the right weight, but any movement of air can affect the what you see on the scale. So
the movement of air?
Even movement of air. Let me blow on this bar and you can see on the scale.
Joshua says there's been a global shift of gold reserves from traditional storage centers like Switzerland, the Bank of England, and the Federal Reserve. He says central banks like the People's Bank of China want their pile of yellow metal closer to home. It reflects the tensions in the world economy, but also the recent construction of more vaults in Asia. Private investors have shifted theirs too, but to other centers like Singapore and even China. The optics in Hong Kong aren't too clear at the moment. Joshua thinks the traditional portfolio ratio of gold holdings to other assets is too low.
The common wisdom in anything between 3 to 10%, it's been proven that 3 to 10% in one's portfolio enhance their performance of their portfolio. Having said it personally, I can tell you, I think it should be higher than 10%, even 15 or 20. The world is very uncertain and it's changing. And the more the world is changing, we believe gold will remain a major asset and a very stable asset.
But it's at a 6-year high, right?
At the moment, 6 years is in US dollar term. If you look at other currencies.
So is it too much to start accumulating?
Not at all, because we are still below 2011 prices. So we're still 30% less than the height of 2011.
Advice worth its weight?
All right, let's admit it, things aren't going so well these days on the economic side. But there is an old saying: when opportunity comes knocking at the door, you let it in. And someone also said, if opportunity does not come knocking at the door, you build a door. I suppose what that means is, if things aren't so hot on the economic side, look for something better on the investment side.